4 years ago, I tried to buy this Rubik's Cube on a website straight out of the early 2000s. It only cost $3.65 with free shipping all the way from China to my home in Hawaii. I have to admit, I had my doubts when I placed my order, and even my girlfriend thought it was a scam. If you know one thing about shipping to Hawaii, it's that it's very expensive. Weeks passed and I hadn't even received the shipping confirmation. I started to doubt my purchase decision, questioning whether my cube would ever arrive. After all, it was unbelievably cheap, but guess what? Over a month later, it finally arrived. This was the moment I realized that a company can sell something, ship it over 6,000 miles, all for just a few bucks, and still turn a profit. Now, an app called Temu is taking the US by storm by doing the exact same thing, but at a massive scale. Temu is an e-commerce platform that offers a wide range of products at unbelievably low prices. Today, we'll uncover the secrets behind their business model. But before we dive in, we must know about Temu's sister company, Pinduoduo. Pinduoduo is one of the largest e-commerce companies in China. It competes with other e-com giants like Alibaba, which is like the Amazon of China. Pinduoduo was founded in 2015 with a unique business model. Instead of the traditional process where produce goes from a farm to a distribution center then to a retailer before reaching consumers, Pinduoduo changed the game. They started by purchasing fruits in bulk directly from local farmers and selling them online to customers. This innovative approach eliminates the middleman, as Pinduoduo acts as both a distributor and a retailer. By doing so, they can offer products at lower prices by cutting costs and passing those savings to the consumer. This strategy is better known as direct-to-consumer or DTC, and it's a smart way to reduce costs. Pinduoduo used this approach to quickly expand their business and offer a wide variety of products like electronics, clothing, and household items, all using the same direct-to-consumer model. In less than a decade, they've built a large network of suppliers and customers, becoming the second most valuable e-commerce company in China. Now, Pinduoduo is applying their knowledge of the direct-to-consumer model to the US market with their new business, Temu. However, some of the products on Temu seem too cheap to even cover the shipping costs from Chinese suppliers. So how does Temu manage to sell things at such incredibly low prices? There are 4 clever tactics that Temu uses to offer products at the lowest possible costs. The first strategy used by Temu is their effective use of user data. Now, I'm not just talking about the usual practice of companies using your data to learn about you and show you products you're likely to buy, although they do that too. What I mean is how they gather data on millions of users' shopping habits to make informed estimates on product demand. They share these insights with their suppliers, who produce just enough to meet that demand and nothing more. This balancing act between supply and demand helps Temu and their suppliers maximize sales while minimizing waste from excess inventory that doesn't get sold. Temu's second strategy involves taking advantage of inexpensive and unethical labor practices. Chinese manufacturing companies have a long-standing culture of overtime work, prioritizing production speed and cost reduction above all else. This has led to practices like the 996 work culture, where employees are expected to work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Although 996 is technically prohibited by Chinese law, many companies still enforce it informally. Not only that, but a recent congressional report suggests a very high risk of Temu's supply chains utilizing forced labor. The third strategy Temu uses to keep costs low is by leveraging a centuries-old loophole known as de minimis. De minimis is a Latin expression meaning pertaining to minimal things. The term is used to describe things that are considered too small to be worth anyone's time. When it comes to importing goods into the US, there's a de minimis threshold of $800, and shipments below this value are exempt from taxes and standard government reviews. Instead of importing large quantities of a product, paying import taxes, and storing them in US warehouses like most companies, Temu ships orders directly from overseas to US customers. Most people shopping on Temu will spend less than $800, allowing Temu to stay below the de minimis threshold and avoid taxes and additional government oversight. However, it's the fourth strategy used by Temu to keep costs low that's the most unfortunate for you as a consumer. Just look at these prices. Knockoff AirPods for $6, solar-powered waterproof wall lights for $3, and a full roll of heavy-duty double-sided tape for $1, and these prices even include shipping. They seem impossibly cheap, and the truth is that they are. Despite cutting out the middleman, dealing with data privacy concerns, labor issues, and avoiding import taxes and regulations, these prices are still too low for Temu to make a profit. It's only with the financial support of Pinduoduo that they can afford to offer these incredibly low prices in an effort to attract customers and gain market share. Eventually, they will need to make changes to increase profitability, likely by increasing their prices. Temu's hope is that by the time they have to raise prices, they will have amassed enough customers to become a household name like Amazon. But will this strategy of blowing through tons of money to grow the business eventually pay off for Temu? You could make the argument that even Amazon, their biggest competitor, has been operating at a loss for years, relying on the substantial profits from their AWS division to sustain them. It's only in recent years that they have truly begun to make progress towards achieving profitability. So perhaps Temu can follow a similar path. There is one other company that also experienced explosive growth, and it's a company that has revolutionized the way we pay for things. I'm talking about the rapid expansion of Visa and the credit card industry, which is an exciting story you can learn more about in my video about the world's first credit card.